chocolate balls and the goodies and the fun things. And in fact, we're not against that. In fact, we teach at what could arguably called the premier raw gourmet chef training school in the country, if not in the world. And the thing is, Karen and I and the directors of that school were all on the same page in terms of simple eating versus gourmet eating. We realized that if we were trying to encourage somebody to start eating more healthfully, and we put a plate out, and we've said, okay, we've got some alfalfa sprouts here, we've got some lentil sprouts, and we've got some clover sprouts, and we've got a little seed ball in the middle. This is a simple, healthy way to eat. Here you go. What do you think they're going to say? Wow, if this is what raw food is all about, count me out. I don't think about it. But what if you came here to the Catch a Healthy Habit Cafe, and here I'm right next to the dessert case, and say, wow, look at those things. Well, that looks pretty good. You know what? Maybe I'm going to try one of your smoothies. I'll have a salad with it. I'll get, let's assume you guys have some cool stuff, some burgers, some patties, maybe a raw pizza, something like that. And I'm going to get one of these things for dessert. Now, if that's what somebody's presented with, you think they're going to say, forget it? They're going to say, wow, this stuff's really pretty good. Geez, if this is what raw food's all about, hey, you know what? My foot's in the door now. And as time goes on, they can eat more simply and just more big salads and fresh fruit, and their health is going to continue to improve. In fact, a great example of that is a few years ago we did a special program with the Ann Wigmore Institute in Puerto Rico. And we met a young lady there who, her husband and herself live in Manhattan, and they had been hearing some things about raw food, and they went to a restaurant called Pure Food and Wine. Now, from a really raw food purist point of view, it's not all that pure, right? They add salt and oil and all that type of stuff. But she ate that food, and her husband ate that food. They loved it. She turned to her husband and said, if this is what raw food is all about, count me in. Because her foot was in the door, she wanted to keep learning more. We met her about a year later at the Ann Wigmore Institute, which is a very simple but healthy program. People don't necessarily always keep that up exactly strictly over the long term, but she got to experience the health benefits from that. So now she knows sort of all ends of the spectrum, and they can decide for themselves where they want to be, and they know it's not all or nothing. So again, if you want to enjoy some cheesecake every now and then, some desserts, you can't deprive yourself into health. You have to be enjoying what you're doing. Just don't make all those dehydrated, high-fat things the staple of your diet. You want to make fresh fruits and vegetables ultimately the staple of your diet, but you need to eat enough calorie-dense things to get enough calories, and you need to enjoy yourself so there can be a whole healthy mix and a whole healthy balance. So that's